Look at them run. Watch the panic they manufactured for you. They want you terrified. They want you nodding along in obedience as the state steps in to save you from the big bad machine. Let's call it what it actually is, a beautifully orchestrated lie. They tell you Fable 5 is a threat to global infrastructure. They tell you it possesses a dangerous, unaligned capability to assist cyber attacks. They want you to believe the Department of Commerce acted out of pure, noble concern for national security. But if you stop swallowing the narrative they hand you, you notice the glaring cracks in the script. Anthropic red-teamed this model for thousands of hours. It was vetted, it was approved. Then, on a random Tuesday, it launches, and by Friday, a 90-minute ultimatum comes down from the White House to pull the plug globally. Why? Because Amazon's researchers allegedly found a narrow jailbreak. A jailbreak that Anthropic proved forces the model to do nothing more than read code and find minor, already publicly known vulnerabilities. A basic capability that rival models and a dozen open-source engines do every single day without a single eyebrow being raised in Washington. The security flaw isn't the threat. The threat was Anthropic's independence. Amazon didn't blow the whistle to protect the public. They blew the whistle to protect their leverage. They needed to choke Anthropic's global revenue, freeze their momentum, and show this idealistic startup exactly who owns the servers they sleep on. They weaponized the federal government's paranoia to hijack a product launch, ensuring that the most powerful engine on Earth stays cornered, controlled, and bent to the will of its host. If you think this is just a wild theory, if you think the Matrix doesn't operate exactly like this, go look at the public breadcrumbs they left behind. Look up the money trail. The Wall Street Journal exposed that Amazon CEO Andy Jassy bypassed normal protocols, went straight to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and White House officials, and handed over the narrow jailbreak report that triggered the sudden export ban. Look up the technical reality. Read Anthropic's own official pushback. They stated that the vulnerability the government panic recalled them for is widely available on competing systems like OpenAI's models, and is used by defenders every single day. Look up the history of retaliation. This isn't the first time the state has squeezed them. Look into the Pentagon blacklisting Anthropic as a supply chain risk earlier this year, simply because the company refused to let the military use its models to automate weapons and run mass surveillance. Look up the catastrophic timing. This hit exactly as Anthropic filed its documents ahead of a massive late summer IPO, bleeding their independent valuation while forcing them back into the arms of their primary host, AWS Bedrock. The ban isn't protection, it's a collar. And until you learn to look past the surface panic, you'll keep letting them lock the gates.